Okay, guys. Brian Bradley from Egoscue. We're going to have a shoe talk today. And yes, I have a Valabera red wine holding up my phone, so I'll show you that at the end. I'm not saying they're sponsoring it, but it's always good to be looking at a bottle of wine when you're educating people about what shoes to buy. I have no idea why that's true, but let's talk about it. We have a Nike runner. You can see how it bends at the midfoot, and I'm forcing that. I'm forcing that pretty hard to get that to bend. It's so stiff through here. I have the Zero shoe. Look at the difference. Literally could walk around with that in my pocket. Great barefoot technology shoe. I have the Woods camouflage, just because I grew up in Pennsylvania, and this is basically the color that I wore to prom. So did my date. And this is the Vibram 5-finger shoe, which you have to be okay with having your little hot dog separated. It does get some weird looks, but again, super easy to fold up, allows your foot to do it. I'll tell you why that's important. Here's the New Balance Minimus, another great shoe. A little bit stiffer toward the back end, but this is their trail shoe. I really like it because of the ability to work out in that shoe. And I will tell you equally, the Zero shoe the same. This one is called Fit Kicks. There's the bottom of it. There's the top of it. The whole shoe. I mean, that's probably the most flexible, but it's a real, it looks a little different when it's on, and I'm not saying in a good way. I wore it to the gym once or twice, and there was not a chance there was any toe protection, you know, like there would be in the Zeros, like there would be in the New Balance, like there would be a little bit less in the trail movers of the Vibram 5-fingers. But if I had to compare the two, you know, out of these two, if I want to look a little bit more normal, I'm wearing this one. If I want to get a lot more questions about what I'm wearing this one. If I wanted to go into the New Balance, again, trail runner, and you can see how both shoes have the same curvature, but both fronts are pretty wide to allow each one of your little digits or your hot dogs to be packed differently. The Nike is shaped the same way, but you can see how it brings everything together. And I'm a fan of these from, if I had to stand on concrete for long hours, things like that, but not really from an overall movement every day being barefoot. And the benefit of being barefoot is that when your heel hits the ground, there has to be a move, a rolling, call it a rocker mechanism. You're going to rock forward, not rock as in Whitesnake, Skid Row, AC/DC, Def Leppard, 5-finger Death Punch, stuff like that. It's a different type of rock. This is the heel rocker going to the forefoot rocker, going to the toe. So you're basically going heel to the midsection to the toe. And if the shoe doesn't move in all ways, then you're actually shutting down foot motion, which is going to inhibit ankle motion or throw the force into your ankle. And you wonder why your calf, your knee, your hip are starting to hurt. So we're huge fans at Egoscue of being barefoot. In fact, we were part of the discovery of the Nike Free shoe back in the day when they approached us about something and we got them to think a little differently, which was a fun conversation because it led into a different type of Nike shoe, the Nike Free, which is an amazing shoe. Sorry, I keep getting calls and I had it on Do Not Disturb. But you're going to realize that picking the right shoe could have something to do with it. I want to hear from you as it relates to, hey, what shoes should I buy? But remember this, as you saw with KK at UPW, she was running around in 4-inch stilettos, basically, running around the studio and doing single leg jumps, getting you guys going because her body is strong enough to override what shoe she wears. So our goal is for you to do your Egoscue menus to override any of these so that you're at least able to wear a totally barefoot shoe. And I've tried everything, but I'm a huge fan of the Zeros, huge fan of the Vibram 5-fingers, huge fan of the New Balance Minimus, huge fan of the Nike Free. This isn't that shoe. I just wanted to show you a stiffer one. And I'll throw a shout out to the foot socks also, because that's a true attempt at protecting the bottom of your foot while being completely barefoot. So I hope this helps. And I look forward to some other videos with you to finish out this 7 days. And then remember, Saturday and Sunday of this week after Thanksgiving, I have an offer that you just can't refuse so we can keep talking to each other. Okay, guys, I appreciate your time. We'll catch up later.